Welcome to the next lesson, Dominating with YouTube Ads. In this lesson, we're going to cover what are YouTube ads, the video ad format, understanding the goal of your YouTube ad, targeting your audience, and how to set up campaigns inside of Google Ads. So YouTube is the most popular video platform and has almost 2 billion users worldwide. YouTube is the world's second largest search engine behind Google, and discovery is done using keywords, making it very targeted. 90% of US internet users aged 18 to 44 have accessed YouTube, and more than 70% of YouTube watch times come from mobile devices. By the end of 2019, video will account for 80% of global internet traffic and 85% in the US. This tells us video is the future of marketing. It's also a huge opportunity for brands, as most brand owners on Amazon don't leverage it because of the perceived difficulty of creating the video assets. There are different YouTube ad placements, and each require a different format of video. The first are skippable in-stream ads. The second are non-skippable in-stream ads. The third are video discovery ads. The fourth, outstream ads, which are only available on mobile. And the fourth are bumper ads. But for the sake of this strategy, we will use skippable in-stream ads. So with skippable in-stream ads, your video ad plays before, during, or after other videos. After 5 seconds, the viewer has the option to skip the ad. Skippable in-stream ads can appear on YouTube watch pages, on videos, on partner sites, and apps within the display network. Skippable in-stream ads use a cost per view bidding strategy, where you pay when a viewer watches more than 30 seconds of your video, or if the duration is shorter than 30 seconds, or they interact with the video, whichever comes first. You can use pay per thousand impressions CPM bidding, but we found it not to be as effective. When creating a skippable in-stream ad, there are different campaign goals available, from leads, website traffic, brand awareness and reach, product and brand consideration, or just creating a campaign without a goal. For the sake of this, we're going to use website traffic. So when it comes to the video format for our skippable in-stream ad, the video can be longer than 30 seconds and should be, but you do need to hook the viewer in the first 5 seconds before they can click the skip button. And you want to get the call to action for your offer in before the 30-second point, before you are charged to the view by YouTube. So you want that viewer to make a decision on whether they're going to engage with this ad before that 30-second point, and if they're not, it's fine if they skip because we don't pay anything. So when it comes to YouTube, similar to Google Ads, the viewer on YouTube does not know your brand yet. And depending on the videos you target, which we'll discover shortly, they might not have any intent to buy. Your offer should meet the viewer where they're at in their purchasing journey. And the more compelling your offer is, the more successful you will be with YouTube ads. So here are some examples on how you can leverage YouTube advertising. You might offer up to 70% off your product using your Wheel of Fortune flow and take the viewer into ManyChat to get the promotion code using a ManyChat landing page. As we did with Google Ads, you could test running a lower promotional code, say 30% off, and taking them straight to your Amazon product profitably. But in any case, always keep it simple. And when considering what type of offer to create, search for relevant keywords on YouTube and look at what other advertisers are doing for inspiration. So here's an example of a video script that I might create. The hook: want an epic Taco Tuesday evening with friends and family? My call to action: get up to 70% off our new taco holder this week only. Click the Get 70% coupon button now to get your coupon code delivered to you inside of Facebook Messenger. Deliver a problem? We've all been there. You cook a beautiful Mexican meal for friends and family and it ends up all over your table or in your lap. The solution? Not anymore. Have an epic Taco Tuesday with our premium taco holder. Final call to action, which is an extended call to action. This week only, you can get up to 70% off on Amazon.com. All you need to do is click the button below to get your coupon code, follow the instructions on the next page, and you'll be sent a coupon code right to your Facebook Messenger inbox that you can use right now on Amazon.com. Don't miss out. So you can see how we could deliver that message within 15-20 seconds, get the hook across, the call to action, the problem, the solution, and a final call to action. And in that time, if the user's not going to engage with our advert, they'll skip it and we haven't had to pay anything. If they do engage and they click the button, we've taken them into ManyChat, added a new subscriber, and delivered that up to 70% off promotional code using our Wheel of Fortune. So when it comes to creating your video, There are lots of online video makers that you can use to make your own videos. One example is animoto.com and another is spark.adobe.com. Both are very affordable and have lots of templates available for quickly creating professional looking videos. A very simple way of doing this, and is one that I've used lots in the past, is create a PowerPoint or a keynote presentation and then just record yourself presenting the offer using a software like Camtasia or ScreenFlow, which is the software I'm using right now to record this video. You can use a professional video company, however this is more expensive, and I would recommend testing your own videos first, and once you find a format that works for your brand, then work with a professional video company to create more professional videos. But by far the easiest way to get this done is film the video yourself using an iPhone. So let's say you have a kitchen product, set up a little tripod in your kitchen for an iPhone. You can pick them up very cheaply on Amazon and record yourself presenting the offer. Or maybe you have a friend that's better with this sort of thing. They're really good on Instagram stories. Bribe them into doing this for you and just capture that video. Don't overthink this process. As long as the audio is good, the visuals don't have to be that good, and just get the video created. And lastly, the best option and most efficient is probably Fiverr.com. Search for YouTube ad or explainer video and find a professional who can help you make your video using stock video footage and the images from your Amazon listing. You will need a voiceover to communicate the offer, and again you can get that on Fiverr, or you can simply record that yourself using the Voice Memos app on your iPhone. When it comes to targeting, there are lots of different places we can put our ad, but the most effective when starting out is at the beginning of relevant videos before the video plays. Use the search bar on YouTube and search for relevant videos and channels that you might want to target. Copy the URL of each video and create a list of 100 to 200 videos you want to target with your ad. We will use these when setting up the video ad in Google Ads, and you will use your Google Ads account to set up your YouTube ad account. So if you go to youtube.com/ads, you will often find they're offering free credit when you spend a certain amount for your first YouTube ad in Google Ads. If you haven't yet set up an advertising account on Google, this is a really good way of setting it up and ensuring that you get that credit. It's not always available, but it's worth testing. So once you've got your Google Ads account set up, as we did in the previous lesson, let's jump over into Google Ads and set up a YouTube ad for our brand and product. Okay, so I've loaded up youtube.com. I'm going to search for a keyword relevant to my product. So in this example, we're using a taco holder. So a relevant search term that people are probably using YouTube for is taco recipes. And when searching taco recipes, that shows me that that searcher has the intent of creating a taco meal and therefore is in a prime position to purchase a taco holder. So I'm going to go ahead and click taco recipes. And now I'm presented with a number of videos from YouTube. YouTube has its own ranking algorithm similar to Amazon, and these videos are ranked based on views and engagement. So as you can see, some of the videos have been around much longer and have had millions of views, and others that are more recent still have a lot of reviews, like this one here. It's been here 3 months and already has 135,000 reviews. Now, not all videos and channels on YouTube have advertising enabled, but just to give you an example, if I can find a video with an advert on it.
Oh yeah, it was wonderful.
Here you can see I've been presented with an advert. This happens to be Apple TV. You can see this box down the right hand side here that's counting down from 5. This will then allow me to skip that. Up the top right hand corner, you also get this feature here that's called a companion banner. And within the video, the advertiser also has the ability to add another one of these boxes anywhere on the page, usually bottom left, with some sort of call to action that when directed, the viewer clicks to go through to the target destination.
With Jericho.
Where did you find her?
There you go. So now you can see the call out has come out there, and I can control the text here, but I can also click as a viewer to skip that ad and proceed to watch the video. So if we come back to the search results, what we want to do is look for good quality videos with a good amount of views and start copying the links to those videos. The best and easiest way to do this is to open up a text document and then drag your window across, just create more space. And if you click on the title, hold down Control on your keyboard or right click on your mouse and click copy link address. And then just paste that link into a text document. Hit enter on your keyboard to create a new row and then copy the next one. And the idea here is you want to find around 100 to 200 videos that you want to target with ads. Not all of them will have video ads enabled, but you want to create a list of at least 100 to 200 URLs of videos that are relevant to your product and will have the right type of viewer that could potentially buy your product. Okay, so I've gone through and pulled out about 100 videos here that I consider to be relevant to my audience and could produce a potential customer for my brand. When doing this, the fastest way to see whether the video is monetized enabled, which means the video allows advertising, is if you click onto the video. The first indication is you get presented with an ad at the start of the video like we have here, or if you see any ads in the right hand side here, then that indicates that the owner of that video has in fact enabled advertising. So you're looking to build up a list of 100 to 200 videos that have advertising enabled. The next thing we want to do is get prepared and set up our social media promo code within Amazon Seller Central. So like we did for our Google ads, I'm going to use a 30% off. However, we might want to be more aggressive in the beginning. Select my product, set the discount value. For my internal description, I've set it as YouTube 30% off. I'm allowing unlimited units, unlimited checkouts. If you have a higher discount, then you might want to consider just doing 1 unit at 1 checkout to protect your inventory. And I've set my claim code as 30 off YouTube, and I'm going to click review. Click submit. And then Amazon will give me that target URL to use when setting up my ad. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I then need to come into my Amazon attribution panel. And under my order for my target ASIN, I'm going to click new line item. The line item will be YouTube 30% off promo code. So the publisher is Google AdWords and the channel is still search. The click-through URL is going to be that promotional URL that Amazon generated for us, and I'm going to click create. So now that has been created, and again, Amazon is telling us that we need to copy that special ref_URL part of the URL. So we'll go over to Google AdWords, click campaigns, new campaign. We'll create a campaign without a goal or guidance, and then we're going to select video. From here, we're going to select custom video campaign as it's skippable in-stream ads that we want to configure. I'm going to click continue. Let's give our campaign a name, YouTube 30% off social promo code. And then under budget and dates, we're going to set our budget to daily. And I'm going to set a max daily budget. Now, when starting out with YouTube, there is the same bidding optimization as there is with Amazon advertising. And you should use your Amazon advertising ACOS and all that data you already have available to make an assumption on what you can afford to spend here. But the best way to get started would be to set a $30 to $50 a day budget and then check back after a couple of days so you've only spent $100, $150 on the test to understand exactly how much this traffic is costing you. The reality is it might not even spend that because it will only show up on videos that we're entering. And if we've only entered 100 videos and we only win the auction a few times within those 100 videos over that time period, we're not going to spend all that budget. So for the sake of this, I'm going to enter a £30 budget. I want it to start as soon as possible, and I'm not going to set an end date, although you may consider setting a total budget, campaign total, and then selecting an end date and running it over the course of a week with a couple of $100 worth of advertising spend so that you can just come back and review the performance after that campaign is finished. But for me, I'm going to run it daily and then just come back in a couple of days and have a look at it while it's running. My delivery method is going to be standard, which is the recommended. And then for networks, we only want this to display on YouTube videos. So we're going to disable video partners on the display network, and we're also going to disable YouTube search results. Under languages, we want to keep it to English. And under locations, my target location is the United States, as that's where I intend to sell my product on Amazon. Under excluded content, I want to check all of these options here as I don't want my brand content showing up on any of these sensitive topics. So I'm going to exclude those topics. And then we're going to come down and create a name for our ad group. YouTube 30% off social promo code. At this point, you can layer in demographic data. So I know about my brand, for instance, that I might be only targeting 20 to 45-year-olds. And you can layer in this demographic data that YouTube has from its Google accounts and its YouTube accounts. For the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to leave that all on there. And then under placements, this is where we want to target our specific videos that we've created. So we're going to enter multiple placement options. And then we're going to go ahead and open up our text document. Highlight all by hitting Command A on your Mac or Control A on your Windows computer. Right click and copy, and then come back over and paste into that selection here using Command V or Control V and get rid of the blank line at the end. So as you can see, I have 103 placements, and I want to click Add 103. Of those 103, you'll see I ended up with 101, which means 2 of the videos or channels did not have video advertising enabled. Finally, I want to set my maximum cost per view bid. So similar to our bidding strategy on Amazon, this is the maximum we're willing to pay for a 30-second view of our content. So what you pay for your cost per view, your 30-second view, will heavily depend on how good your video is and whether you win that auction or not, very similar to the way that Amazon advertising works. Now, I can tell you on average, if you're really good at this, you can get 30-second views for around 25 cents. So I would advise starting with a 50 cents bid and then adding a top content bid adjustment of 50%, which will allow this to go up to 75 cents to win that auction. But as with all of our advertising, we have to use the data to inform our decisions. So within a couple of days, if we come back into the reporting and we can see that we have low impressions within the reporting in Google Ads and we're not winning enough of the clicks, we can come in and increase our bids and then test the impact of an increased bid to get a sense of how much it's costing us per 30-second view. So start with a 50 cents bid and add a top of content bid adjustment for 50%. And then we need to upload our ad. So you can either upload it to your YouTube channel and then just paste in the URL from your video, or you can click here, go to YouTube to upload your video. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And for the sake of demonstration, I've just pulled through a random video here by entering the URL. Then we want to choose the video ad format, and we know we're going to use a skippable in-stream ad. And the final URL is going to be the click-through URL from our Amazon attribution. We can change the display URL should we want to. Similar to the way we did in Google Ads, I can make it a lot more friendly and brand orientated. But remember, this won't work if they were to go enter this into their internet browser. However, no one does that. We want to add a call to action. And in our script, the call to action example we said was 30% off. And as you can see, we are limited to 10 characters there. And that will control the button that shows up. So in our headline, we can use a more descriptive 30% off code, 30% off. We may use 30% off code, get it now. So you can see how you can use a combination of the headline and the button to direct that user to click through and take you up on your offer. Under add URL options, under the final URL suffix, that's where we need to add the special Amazon attribution tracking link. So I'm going to copy that over into a text document. And then as we did with our Google ad, copy that last piece from ref, making sure you don't miss any of the numbers. Come back into our campaign and paste that there. YouTube will automatically generate a companion banner using a thumbnail from your video. The companion banner is the banner that shows on the top right-hand side of the video while your advert is displaying. When starting out, just let YouTube do this, and as you get more advanced, you can design a more sophisticated banner using a graphic designer. So this ad name is going to be YouTube 30% off promo code, and I'm going to click Create Campaign. Now, before I click Create Campaign, on the right-hand side, you can see that YouTube is estimating the performance, and you can see with a daily budget of £30 and a bid of 50 cents, it believes on a daily basis we'll get anywhere from 590 to 2,000 views, and the average cost per view at 30 seconds will be anywhere from 8 pence to 24 pence. Sits right within that average range that I talked about. And it believes it will spend anywhere from 36% to 100% of the budget. Of the 101 videos that I entered, there is 70,000 impressions available on a daily basis. So given my configuration, that's the opportunity that I have to display my ad. And with my configuration of bidding, these are the results I can expect to receive. So if you come back up, you can then tweak your bidding strategy and see how it affects these results. So from here, I'll click Create Campaign, click Continue to Campaign, and now you can see my YouTube 30% off ad group inside of my YouTube campaign. So if I click into that ad group, you can then see the ad. You can still see the status is under review, and it will take some time for that to be approved. And then as we start collecting data, we can see the number of impressions, views, the view rate, so how much of the ad they're watching, what percentage of the ad they're watching, and the average cost per view per 30 seconds. Finally, the total cost spent. You can enable other data points within here, and then we would come back into Amazon attribution to have a look at the sales generated as a result of this ad. So in this lesson we covered Video is a powerful way of engaging shoppers. YouTube's skippable in-stream ads allow you to make an offer to potential shoppers looking at relevant videos free of charge up to 30 seconds. The video ad does not need to be fancy. Keep it simple and use Fiverr or an online tool, or just record it yourself. YouTube often has free advertising credit offers available that you can use to test your first ad, and you will use Google Ads to set up your video ad on YouTube. In the next lesson, you will discover how to work with influencers to launch products and drive sales. I'll see you there.